Oh, we're still doing it. We're still doing it. We are still celebrating the Rugby World Cup. Please don't stop. Please don't stop. Every week, a few hours to celebrate as long as we can. Because really, truly, if we look at the state of our nation today, it is so frightening and so depressing that we just have to laugh. We have to laugh. I was at a dinner party the other night. You know, I don't go to dinner parties anymore because friends don't invite me, because most of my friends are still old members of the old National Party, of course now DA. And as I'm a member of the African National Congress, I know, and they know, that I am, as a member, not allowed to have any opinions in public. So, but when I do go, as I did to this dinner party, I went in my personal capacity, which I am also here now in my personal capacity. Meneer, my old friend Bessie Teron, no ja, sy's weer getroud. She's got another husband, but I've forgotten the name. I've known her for years. I knew her still long ago when she was still Bessie van Huisteen of Bessie Swankel. Now, she had too much to drink as usual, and she started on me. She turned to me and she said, of course in Afrikaans, which made it sound very normal. In English, it sounds very racist. She said, yeah, you see, Evita, we said this to you in 1994 when your party, the ANC, took over. We all said, it can't work. The blacks can't rule. How can they rule? They're very good in the kitchen, but they're not very good in parliament. They will destroy everything that we built up, everything that meant an alphabet for a democracy. This is from her, no? Everything we built up, they destroy. They steal, and of course, they don't go to jail, and they accuse us and will accuse us of white privilege while they enjoy their black entitlements. And so, I'm sorry, I started laughing. I just couldn't resist it. I laughed, and she said, "Hoekom lag jy? Evita, why are you laughing? Is it your ANC laughter?" I said, "Nee, my skat. It's my personal laughter because, do you know what? You're right." Well, that shut her up for a few minutes. Is she right? Yes, of course she's right. Politicians always wreck everything. If it was left to people, they would actually get on with the job. And I remember when I was young, politics was a dirty thing. We were said, we don't talk politics at table, it's a dirty thing, it's a vuil. And then, of course, in those days, politicians actually committed themselves to improving the lives of the people. But in those days, it was white people, no? But now we have politicians as career people, and look what is happening. They're just getting on with their careers. And you've got to admit that they're doing it very well. But I really come to the conclusion that politicians are not necessary. They are irrelevant. Why do we always have people who come to a party on an invitation? You get an invitation, you go to the party, and when you leave the party, you are told, you're the Minister of Law, you're the Minister of Justice, you're the Minister of A, B, and C. Nee, my skat. All this cadre deployment is not working. The Department of Justice needs the best lawyers. The Department of Education, the best teachers. The Department of Arts and Culture, certainly a minister who understands arts and culture, and not in the job just to give his wife all the tenders and a new car. So I think we've got to rethink our priorities. And yes, politics is definitely a dirty thing. And yet some of the politicians should step out and just become people. Well, now let me just go back to what happened on that wonderful field in Japan. It'll make me feel so proud of being South African. Oh, viva, viva.
Evita, Evita, and you know what we mean. Evita, Evita, always on the scene. Evita Bezuidenhout, Evita should be queen.